I must have skipped school from a DCU on the day that you talked about cost basis of stocks. And
Okay.
I know when you sell a house, you go back and you figure out what your improvements were versus maintenance to settle up. And with stocks, as you do cost averaging, buying, and they move from account to account, I don't know how anybody ever keeps track of what the cost basis is of a stock. And when would it matter to me what that cost basis is?
Is it, well, first of all, the question is it in an IRA account or an investment account?
This is what raised the question in my pointed little mind is before the end of the year, I moved a certain portion of my traditional IRA into an investment account just to get it out of the government auspices.
Okay. So if it's in an investment account, whatever monies that you paid or will pay for stocks is your cost basis. It's, first of all, you don't have to track it if you're starting with a new account. Fidelity will always keep your cost basis, or wherever you are. I think you said Fidelity. You will have your cost basis on your statement. So if you buy 100 shares of XYZ today and next month you buy 10 more, and the following month you buy 20 more, and the next month you buy 10 more, you have a total cost. You will always have a cost of what you spent for each one of those buys. And that is your cost basis. And that is always, that's never going to change. So if you're using our tracker, then you can keep track of it on the tracker or transfer it over from your Fidelity account, which will track your cost basis. So every time you purchase a stock, you get a trade confirmation. The trade confirmation is going to say what you have, what you just bought, and how much you paid for it. That's your cost basis. Now, you don't need to keep all your trade confirmations, but you can keep them all until you get your year-end statement. When you get your year-end statement, all your confirmations of your cost basis are going to be on that year-end statement. So you don't need to keep all the trade confirmations. At that point, you can throw them away, shred them up, and you'll have your cost basis on your last statement. So you can. It's really not hard to keep it. You just gotta, keep those statements, and you'll have it. Then when you go to sell the stock, it matters. Because if you have 500 shares of XYZ stock that you bought over, 7 different buys, then you need to know what that cost basis is so that you can figure out what the capital gains is. So when you add up all 7 buys, that 7 buys is going to add up to, X amount of dollars, and you're going to subtract that from your sale price to know how much capital gains you're going to pay.
So did you say that the brokerage will track that, or I have to manually track that myself?
No. They will track it. You don't have to manually do anything unless you're putting it on a tracker on our site. You won't have to manually do anything. It'll be on the brokerage. Where you get in trouble is when you move brokerages. So if you transfer your Fidelity account over to a TD Ameritrade account, then a lot of times there are some stocks where the cost basis won't transfer. So you always make sure you have the last statement from the last brokerage you were at. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.